happy Wednesday and welcome to our weekly crafty session. My name is Anne Granger and I'm an independent demonstrator here in Southwest Ontario in a little village called Dorchester. So I'm excited to be with you. Each Wednesday night at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, I am going live to bring you a crafty session. I pick a product of the week and then I highlight that week in my social media channels, which is Stamp with Anne. And so that way you see a variety of samples, because I know for myself, when I see a stamp set or a product, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cute. But then the more I see samples with it, the more I want to purchase it, the more I want to create with it. So today I'm sharing with you a fun summery product. It was a carryover from our last January to April catalog. And I have to admit, it's been sitting on my shelf since probably February. And I was like, nope, I need to use this. And I'm so glad I did, because it's kind of not my style of a stamp set, but I'm so in love with the cards that it creates. So please, if you're here live, comment, like, share my video. We share this video with your crafty friends. We want everyone joining our crafty communities on Wednesday nights. I know some of you may be driving home from work. Some of you may be making supper. You can always be watching while you're making supper. And you know, either way, if you're watching live, you're going to see the red live button right now. But if you're watching on the replay, let me know, because I always like to know where you're watching from. And I interact with me. Tell me as we're talking. So I'm excited to be with you guys. Okay, I am just checking and trying to find myself here on social media. I'm going to see if I can share this in my group, which I have never done before. So, well, I haven't. So I'm going to share it and hope that that works. I'm trying. Someone told me that Facebook doesn't like when you do multiple things. So I'm trying to do just on my page and then share it to my group. So if I don't see your comments, please know that I will go back and answer them. All right. So welcome to my craft room. This is my icky happy space. I love coming in here. I love spending time. You can find me in here creating with friends. You can find me creating online with friends. A lot of times I just love coming in here and playing music and creating. It's kind of like my soul therapy. I love it. I have been purging and cleaning, so sometimes coming in here is just like a nice little relaxer. All right, so as I said to you today, we are showcasing a product that carried over. It was bundled in January to April catalog, and it actually carried over into our annual catalog, but the products are separate. And I wanted to share it with you. It's kind of a really neat product because it's a hybrid embossing folder. So if you've never seen them, you're going to be wowed by it. So I'm going to show you the product we're using. And then I'm going to show you some color combinations, and then I'm going to make the project, then I have some samples to share with you. So let's flip the camera and get started. I'm going to flip the camera. You're going to see my beautiful view from my craft room. I sit at the front of the house, so I face the west. And it's perfect timing right now because the sun's not in my eyes, but we're getting some nice natural light. And you'll see my beautiful gardens and trees and my bird feeders. So I'm excited to show you that. And then I'm going to flip you up. So for a minute, you're going to see my beautiful outside. There you can go. You can kind of see it. I can't wait for my one tree to start changing colors. I don't know about you, but the last few days here in Southwest have felt a little fallish. I love when it's cool in the morning, a little warm during the day, and cool at night. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready for fall. I'm ready to bring on the pumpkin stuff, desserts, bring out my fall decor. And I'm just so excited. I know. I still got 2 more weeks left, so I got to do it. All right, so what I'm showcasing with you today is the Sweet Citrus stamp set. As I said to you, I purchased this way back in the new year, probably in February. And it's been sitting on my shelf since then. And I was like, do I use it as a prize for my team? Or do I create with it? I hummed and hawed, and I was like, you know what? It's not my style, but it might be someone else's style. And I'm so glad I did, because I love the cards that I've created. So Sweet Citrus stamp set. It's a photo palmer. The possibilities of fruit you can make are endless. Then it has a coordinating die. So as you can see, this will cut. So this will cut this out. So that's pretty cool. And then you have flowers and you have the leaves. So it cuts out the leaves and the flowers, and you have two of the leaves and two of the flowers and two of the big ones. But the also neat thing about this is it comes with a hybrid embossing folder. And what do I mean by that? Well, one, this embossing folder works two ways. One, it's a regular embossing folder that you can emboss your background to create this beautiful background. And the other thing is you can emboss and stamp, cut, and emboss. So this die actually would go in here and you could run this through and cut out your pieces. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks with this set. But before I did that, I wanted to show you some color combinations, because when I started to play with this, I was like, okay, so what can I actually do with this? So of course, I probably, like anybody else, I head over to Pinterest to see what some of my demonstrator friends are doing or other people are doing. I pick a card to case, and then I go from there. So the first one I wanted to share with you, I'm just going to work our way, is I just stamped lemons. So think of this set as lemons. I stamped them in daffodil. So this part here, let me just bring this in so you can see. This part here is one image, and then this here is one image. So I stamped the inner, I'm going to call the inside of my fruit in daffodil, and then I stamped the outside in daffodil. So tone on tone, definitely looks like lemons. And I always like to write the colors down so that I know what I'm doing if I go back. So then I decided to make a line, and I saw different combinations out there, but I tried a few and I really liked. So I stamped the inside of my line in party. I want to call it pirate. It should be a pirate. Party, and then I stamped the out in lemon lime twist. So that's how you get your limes. Then I was playing around with the lemons again. So this time I decided to stamp my inside fruit in lemon lolly, and then I stamped the outside in daffodil. And then in my next one, once again playing with those lemon combinations, I decided to do daffodil in the inside and lemon lolly on the outside. So you can see just by switching the colors around, it really does give a different color tone. Then I stamped in pumpkin pie because I wanted to make some oranges. So I stamped my middle in pumpkin pie and my outside in pumpkin pie. And then I've never tried these. So if someone has tried these, please let me know what they taste like. But I always see them in the grocery store. They're called blood oranges. Have you had one? What do they taste like? Maybe I should buy one just to try it. So I stamped the inside with clips of coral and then the outside orange. You could also make this into a grapefruit if you wanted. So those are the color combinations. And then as I said, I'm going to show you, but I just wanted to bring these into you so you can see a little closer. So I have stamped the limes and the lemons, and then I embossed them with the embossing folder. They not look real. And I actually made a card where I didn't emboss, so I want you to show you what that looks like. So first, we're going to create our card, and then we're going to create, and then I'm going to show you some samples. Okay, so let me get my product we are using. And you can find this on pages. You're probably thinking like, hey, where can I find this, Anne? This is our annual catalog. So let me just find the front cover. This is our annual catalog. This is, it goes to from May 2023 to April 2024. And you will actually find this on page 32. So there is the stamp set, and you can see some samples. Now, if you look down here, it says it coordinates with the embossing folder. So you would find that on page 169. So let me just show you where that is. And it's right here. So you get the embossing folders and the dies with that set. All right, if you live here in Canada and you do not have a catalog, please let me know. I'd love to help you out. I can pop one in the mail for you. All right, so we are using thick white, 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4, and I will put these measurements. This video will be posted to my YouTube channel, which will link you back to my blog, and then this will also be up on my blog. So I have a piece, my card base, and then I have a piece of white, basic white, that is 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to emboss that. I'm using the Zoo Crew Designer Series paper, so you can see there's the pattern, but I love the black and white. I just think it's so much fun. So I'm really excited to use that. And then I forgot to get a piece of paper, but I will grab that in a minute. All right, so let's start with this, and then I'm gonna start with this. And I actually think, oh, I actually see what I need. I was prepping for a class this afternoon, and I started pulling my product. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab this because I see them right here. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in our big Stamp and Cut. This is our embossing machine. I call this the Big Boss. It's the big one. So we're going to use plate 1. We're going to use the embossing folder. So there's the embossing folder. And we're going to put in our white piece, just like that. And I'm going to put this down, okay? Then because it's an embossing folder, we need to use plate number 4. See? 4. So we're going to put that in. And we're just going to roll it through, just so gently. It really rolls through like if you're cutting butter. It's pretty easy. I'm just going to move this out of my way for a minute. And we'll bring that back in. And then this is what you get. Let me bring that down a little bit. Can you see? How fun is that? Very detailed, embossed image. Like, so you can see there's the lemon. So if I actually was to bring in and show you, this is where that die goes. So see how you can emboss, then cut? Or stamp, then cut? Okay, so I have another piece of white. We're going to bring back in this baby. And we're going to use, because we're just die cutting, you need to use plate 1, plate 2, and clear plates. And you can tell my clear plates are well loved. Well loved. They still work great, so there's no sense changing them out. We are using the deckled rectangles, which are one of my favorites. I love using them. I'm just trying to find the right size. Yep, that's the right size. And while I'm doing that, I'm actually going to bring in just a little die here. If I can get them to go. I'm not sure if I can. No, might have to do them separate. Okay, so we'll do them separate. I'm going to put it in my, oops, that's not what I need. My deckled. We're going to run that through. And it'll creak and it'll sound like it's breaking, but it's not. So there's that piece. So we're going to put that over there. And always get in the habit of putting your dies away, whether you put them back in a container. I am using the Stamp and Storage magnetic sheets that you can buy from Stamp and Storage company, which is in the US. I love them because it keeps my dies in one spot and I don't have to worry about them falling off. So there, now we're going to bring in this little die because we need that for some flowers. And we're just going to cut these off. Now we are going to do some stamping and we'll bring this baby back in a minute. So usually I like to use my little one, like the mini cut emboss, but because we're using the big die embossing folder, I had to use the big one. It doesn't fit. All right. So, I think I might have moved my plate. So here we go. We're going to bring this back in. I'm just going to grab a piece of paper to put down. And we are going to stamp our lemons. So the first thing we need to do is we need to grab the inside of the lemons. So I'm going to stamp those on using a block E. And we're going to stamp them in, let's do lemon lime in the middle. No, we're going to do lemon lolly in the middle. So that's what we're going to do. Lemon lolly in the middle, and then we'll do daffodil on the outside. All right, so we're going to stamp this. Make sure you give yourself room because you need to add that lemon. I mean, not lemon, full lemon. So there is our stamp. Okay. Next, we're going to come in with our outside piece. And we're just going to put that down. So once again, I'm also using the same block. So we're going to put that down like that. And we're going to ink it up with daffodil. I hope you had a great day. I have been purging and cleaning, and I need to move this closer so I can see what I'm doing. I feel like my house has lost pounds because it definitely, and I did go off the edge, but that's okay because it's going to be tucked in, so we can use that. Yes, garbage, purging, like just get like stuff like that I'm like, we're not even using. So we're unloading them. It feels good. I have a list of things I want to accomplish, so that's good. Okay, I'm gonna put that aside, and we're gonna bring in Granny Apple Green, and we're gonna stamp 2 sets of leaves. Like that. And put that back. And while I have this out, I'm just gonna grab this little center. And we're gonna do some die cutting here, but I thought if I have all my pieces, and I'm gonna bring in these 2 little flowers. And we're using Berry Burst, which is like my all-time favorite. One of my favorite colors. It was a color we had a long time ago. It was an in color, and then it retired, and then Stampin' Up! Brought it back this year in the color refresh, which I'm so excited about because it's like, as I said, I love this color. Okay, if you're watching us, just joining us, hello, welcome to our crafty session. We are using the Sweet Citrus bundle. If you're here, say hi, let me know you're watching. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to cut out our lemons. So let's bring this back in. And while I've got this plate on, I'm going to cut out the leaves. So let's just put one there. And I like to use Post-it tape just because sometimes I find they move on me. So you can use washi tape too if you have tons of washi tape. Just be careful. If you're using it on certain types of paper, it might actually pull up the paper. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to cut those out. Make sure I take off my washi tape. Make sure I put those back on. So, yeah, okay. I'm going to put that in here. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to switch out these plates. We're going to get our embossing folder. Actually, we're going to die cut first. So where's my embossing folder? Oh, nope. Where are my dies? Here we go. I'm going to die cut. I found it easier for me to die cut first than to emboss. So I'm going to just put that down. Put a little bit of tape here. Make sure it's where I want it. Let's run that through. All right, so we have our pieces. Now what we're gonna do is, so you can see that they look pretty plain, pretty boring, and that's okay. We're gonna tuck that one in. So what we're gonna do is we're going to emboss them now. We're gonna bring back that in hybrid embossing folder, and we're gonna put them down. So literally, I'm just, actually, I'm doing them upside down here. So we're going to lay this down. We're going to put that one like that. Okay. We're going to put our lemon. And we're just, like I said, that's okay because we're going to emboss that. So we're going to put that down like that. So that's in the embossing folder. We're going to stick it down. And then we're going to run it through. Now, when we've done that, so this is where the hybrid part comes in. We've die cut it. Now we've embossed it. Look how cool that is. It just looks so realistic. It's so cool. All right. So I think we have all of our pieces that we need. So let me move this out of my way. Put this on my magnetic sheet so I don't lose it. At any point you have any questions, please let me know. If you have, like, please like, comment, and share on my video. Share this video with your friends. We want everyone joining us and crafting with us every week. Okay, so we're using that one. We're using this one. And we're using that. I'm going to put that into my other paper. And we're using these. And we're going to bring this back in. Okay, so the first thing we can do is we can go ahead and adhere our embossed sheet to our card base. So I'm just using our stamping seal. You could use regular, you can use liquid glue. I am more of a tape runner than I am a liquid glue. But sometimes when my tape runners run out, I do have to use a liquid glue, so it's still okay. All right, so I have that. We already cut out a decal rectangle square. And before I put that down, remember I had this designer series paper, so we're just gonna pull that in. We want the black side up, and this paper is the Zany Zoo strip, designer series paper, which I really like it. I love the black and white patterns. I think it's very elegant looking. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build up our card. So we're going to, what I like to do, I don't necessarily like to hear things down until I know where I'm putting them. So I'm going to put it like that. I think I'm going to put maybe one here. Okay, so I kind of am happy with the placement. And I'll put one here. So we're going to pull those out. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop this one up. And I'm using our stamping dimensionals. As I said, if you're here in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to help you out. Please let me know and I will pop a catalog in the mail. Best way to know what's happening in my studio, sign up for my emails. So head to my blog, which is www.stampwithan.com. And then when you go to that page, it'll pop up with a sign-up sheet for my newsletters. That's where you want to be, because the first Wednesday of the month, I come live with a virtual class. The only way you get the PDF for that is if you are one of my subscribers. So it's a bonus for being one of my subscribers. Okay, so there's our lemon. Does that not look like it's sitting on a countertop? Like the lemons are sitting on a countertop. How pretty is that? All right, so we're going to bring in, I'm going to bring in mini dimensionals. You know, I never used to use the mini dimensionals, and then I bought them, and I was like, why am I not using these? These things are so great. They're the perfect size for these little things. I always used to cut my stuff in half. Not anymore. All right, so we're going to tuck this one in here. And we're going to tuck this one in here. So the first Wednesday of the month, I go live with a virtual class. I bring you 4 products to make 4 cards. Then the remainders Wednesdays, I will go take one of those products that I featured and create a bunch of samples to share with you, because I truly believe when you see samples, you're more likely to purchase something than if you have not seen samples, because it's hard to sometimes vision what you can do with that product. And if there's any products you'd like to see used, or a technique or something, please let me know. So I'm just adding in some cute little flowers. Remember, we die cut those out and we stamped them with the Berry Burst ink. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop this one. I'm going to save. I have a little, like this little bag here. I have all these little pieces. So I'm going to tuck this in my drawer. And now when I need to pull this set out again, I'll be like, what colors did I use for the lemons or limes or oranges? I'll know. So that's just a little tip for you. All right, let's put this on the back. We're gonna pop this up. So this week on my blog, I am featuring the Sweet Citrus stamp set. I will be posting this project tomorrow on my blog along with the video link, so you can go back and re-watch it. And it'll also be posted to my YouTube. So please make sure you subscribe to my blog and my YouTube and my newsletters. That's how you stay informed of what's happening. I'm just in the process of figuring out what I want to use for September, and I will be designing my project soon. I'm going to try to do like a couple annual catalog, a couple new products, but it's hard when you have new product. You want to use new product. Where the new holiday, I'm going to call it the holiday catalog, aka September to December, will be out in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. less than 3 weeks. So if you would like a copy of that, please let me know and I will pop one in the mail if you do not have a demonstrator. It is gorgeous. It's filled to the brim. So I'm just using the black gingham. So this is the black and white gingham, and actually in our holiday we have a new one that's black and vanilla, and it's really pretty. So you have a couple options. I don't use vanillas very much. I tend to use white more, but maybe I will start using more vanilla. All right, so there is our card for today. I decided not to put a greeting on this card just because I thought, you know, I could send this as a hello. I could send this to like a friend just to say, hey, I'm thinking of you, just to brighten your day. It could be for a summery birthday, or maybe you're going to like a friend's house for dinner and you wanted to bring like a hostess gift. This would make a great little card to give them with maybe like a bottle of wine or like a summery drink mix. So there is our card featuring the Sweet Citrus stamp set and Sweet Citrus Hybrid Embossing folder. So let me show you some other samples I've created with this. This is the one I posted yesterday on my blog, so if you wanted to see the details. And I also did give you the measurements. I've been trying to give you the measurements more and more on my blog just to be like a good reference, because sometimes people need that visual to know what the sizes are. So this one I once again thought I would do some summery fun card. I thought, you know, you could easily put this with a fun summery mixed drink, or maybe you're gonna give them a fresh fruit basket or something. So I made lemons, oranges, and limes, and I once again used the black and white from the Zoo Crew and embossed it, and then I just put have a zesty birthday. So there's that one. Isn't that black and white stunning? Last night on my team, every Tuesday night, I go live with my Stamp to Create team. We are a lovely group of demonstrators from across Canada. And every Tuesday I go live with them, so I give them updates and we always craft together. I started that during COVID and we've been doing it for 3 years, so I'm pretty excited about that. I cased this one from Pinterest, and her name was Leanne, who cased it from Cindy Schroeder, who is a concept artist at Stampin' Up. I loved how they paired the lines in with the Sweet Cherry stamp set. I actually have to think this might be one of my favorite ones I made. I just love the color combinations. So Granny Apple, Bubble Bath ink, sponged with Berry Burst, and then the limes once with the Lemon Lime Twist and Parakeet Party and Mossy Mellow, just a different contrast. So there's that one. And I wanted to show you a card that necessarily didn't emboss. So as I said, on these ones I've embossed all the fruit, but on this last one I didn't. And I have used this layout many times, so if you've been following me on my social media or following me on my videos, you've seen this layout. But here is one done. Now this was one of the cards we made in the virtual class at the beginning of August. So if you were on my mailing list, you would have got all the measurements for this card. But I did it with a softer lemon lime, the lemon lolly. I did Granny Apple and Blueberry Bushel. What a fun color combination is that? Does that not look like a yummy color combination? I definitely will be using that one again. This is the Glorious Gingham Designer Series paper, which I love. I can't stop using that stuff. So there is my projects today, showcasing the Sweet Citrus stamp set and the hybrid embossing folders and dies. Let's just see if I can bring this all in just so you can see. So I would love to know, which one is your favorite sample? Please tell me. I would like to hear which one you like. Which one you think is like, wow, I really like that one, or wow, I would love to make that one to give to a friend. Please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. And you know what? Because it's Wednesday and we all need a little pick-me-upper, whoever enters and tells me what their favorite card is, I will pick a winner and I will mail them that card. So how fun with that? You can get one of these cards in the mail. So you have from what's today? Wednesday? Let's say till Sunday to comment on this blog, onto this video. Tell me which one you like. So from August, what's today? The 15th to August 20th. And I will pick a winner and I will send you a card in the mail. So please let me know. I want to know which one is your favorite. I like them all for different reasons, but each one has a unique special touch to it. So I would love to hear. All right, so recap. This week we're showing the Sweet Citrus stamp set and hybrid embossing folder and die. I've created 4 samples showcasing different ways to use it, different fruits. If you're just jumping on, make sure you go back and re-watch the video because I did share with you some different alternative ideas of what you can use for coloring. If you would like to order any of these supplies, head to my blog, which is www.stampwithann.com. On the sidebar, click Shop Now. And when you're checking out, use this hostess code. If you spend over $50 in the month of August, you're going to get a new embellishment from the holiday catalog, aka September to December. And plus, I offer sweet rewards. So every $60 to $50 spent, you get a punch ticket, and when you fill 8, you get $40 in free product from me. So what a fun way to reward you for thanking you for shopping with me. All right, that is all I have to share with you guys today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, rest of your week. It's a sunny one here. It's a little warmer today, but I'm looking forward to some outside time with a walk with my puppy later, and the rest of the week just hanging out. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. If you have any questions on any of these projects, please let me know. And you can just find me by messaging me, or you can email me. And I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your night. And I'll see you next Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And next week, I will be showcasing another summery theme stamp set. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your night. Bye.